It's time for the first stage of the LPMMPUWCGPT Invitational.
I think it's time you're not in charge of naming things. And for management to make me lead anchor of this car crash at some point, but by all means just keep talking.
Tonight we take a more in-depth look at the gauntlet of giggling gladiators. We catch you up with the rules of the game, with insightful commentary, grounded analysis, and always acceptable workplace banter.
Poets will have 3 minutes per round to deliver their poem, with the lowest scoring contestant being taken out the back and shot, leaving only one remaining. Much like how employment at this studio should work, but sadly doesn't.
As Leona so aptly illustrates, the theme for this slam is comedy, so make sure to only bring your funniest, most outrageous poetry. In the second round, poets will go against each other in a head-to-head battle. Poet versus poet, bard versus bard, a poetry deathmatch.
I personally hope not to be able to hear any of the poetry over the sound of rupturing spleens.
My producer would like me to inform you that rupturing spleens are, of course, entirely optional. The third round of the slam will be the music round, where our final 3 combatants will receive musical accompaniment from the loud band.
Inarguably the best and only worthwhile part of the evening. And for those of you worried about having 3 poems off book by that time, fear no more, as the pencil pushers at HQ have temporarily lifted the no paper rule, allowing notes on stage for the first time in the tournament's history.
That's correct. So now there really is no excuse not to sign up. Stephen Watt. Now let's take a quick look at some of the combatants to come. Did you see those graphics?
Yeah, I wonder how much that cost.
Remember, there's still time to sign up. And if you haven't already, then consider this your final invitation to do so. It's not every day you get the chance to compete against such an amazing array of performers.
So who's going to win then?
Well, with a caliber like this, it's...
Who's going to win?
Stuart Kenny. Stuart Kenny's going to win.
Alright. Forfeit if you lose.
Wait, no, I didn't agree
And now we cut to a pre-recorded interview with this Heat's feature performer.
Please leave a message.
Hey Kev, it's Gareth. Listen, I'm a comedian about this whole MMP Invitational Slam poetry slam thing coming up. I don't think that's going to work. I'm not a poet. I'm a comedian. That's a terrible idea. So yeah, can you call me back just to let me know that you've heard this message? Because yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay, speak to you later, Kev. Please don't let me do that. Bye.
Amazing stuff! It's important to note that our feature will also act as sacrificial poet for the Heats. As most of you know, a sacrificial poet's job is to
Gruesomely
set
give
a
their life
tone...
in a blood-soaked tribute to the gods of battle and war.
What? And on that we'll head over to an interview with one of our combatants from our Man We Found in a Field,
Man in the field.
Michael Rathon.
What is a poetry slam without its competitors? It's just a lot of people looking at an empty stage. I'm Mike Rathon, and I've been here for over 4 hours in hopes to catch a surprise interview with one of the poetry competitors, or slammers as they're otherwise known. I think that's them now. Let's go have a word. Excuse me, sir. What are your thoughts about the upcoming LPMMPUWCGPT Invitational?
What are you doing in my house?
Not important. What our viewers really want to know is, how are you feeling about some of the opposition?
Did you break the door?
The door was not very secure. What makes you think you have what it takes to go up against some of the powerhouses of the poetry scene?
I think I'm gonna phone the police.
And there you have it, folks. Lack of security, confusion, and ultimately fear. The makings of the poetry slammer. Back to you, Chet and Leona.
You're bluffing.
Yeah, well, why don't you call and find out? Oh, thanks, Mike, for that exceptional piece of journalism.
Oh, I knew it.
But I know what you're asking now. Where can I see this excellent display of comedic genius? This fusion of spoken word and comedy? Word. Well, Leona, where can our viewers catch the action?
I'm not saying it.
You have to.
I don't want to. It's dumb.
That's what they're called.
Why is it just a slam like everything else? Why do you have to call it something stupid?
Say it!
This Gauntlet of the Giggling Gladiators will be taking place on Drama at Glasgow on the 23rd of November.
And
And on the 24th of November at the Mash House in Edinburgh with doors opening at 7:30 p.m.
so all that's left to say is sign up now and live long and poet.